Let's Dine Out California is made possible in part by Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands, specializing in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands. PearlyWhitesDDS.com. California Premier Builders LLC, serving Southern California with large and small home and commercial construction services such as remodels, roofing, windows, and solar. California Premier Builders proudly supports Empire PBS and the Let's Dine Out California show.
Welcome to another delicious edition of the Let's Dine Out California show. I'm food critic Allan Borgen, the food whisperer.
And I'm Izzy Bussey. I'm a foodie with an attitude.
Ooh, I'm scared. Ooh. Today we're in Yorba Linda, which offers some wonderful restaurants. We picked two of the best. You're going to love what we have to show you.
The first restaurant we're at is called Oceans and Earth. Then we off down the street to Stefanos Golden Baked Hams.
These are fantastic restaurants. It's going to blow your mind. So stay tuned, folks. You're going to love it. Featuring some of the best farm-to-table, ocean, and creative dishes in Southern California, owner chef Adam Navidi, who is named Chef of the Year from the prestigious Southern California Restaurant Writers, shows his passion in all of his stunning dishes. The dining room features colorful modernistic sculptures that hang from the ceiling and pictures of the ocean that hang from the walls, along with an open kitchen and a full bar. The ever-changing menu makes Oceans and Earth a welcome addition to those looking for a relaxing and very memorable dining experience. You know, I've met a lot of chefs in my over 25 years of doing restaurant reviews, but Chef Adam here is absolutely amazing. This guy's involved in everything, and it's things that are not only topical now, but he started the whole revolution in so many areas.
Well, he takes so much pride in every single small detail, and you can see that in all the just the way it's presented and the food tastes.
Detailed person, kind of like what I am. I wish. I wish. So let's start with the food here. It's pretty amazing. First, we start off with called the Tasting of Tides, $20. This consisted of about 6 or so fresh mussels with a saffron butter sauce. Then we had crab bomb, which is pure crab meat. It kind of rolled into a ball. It's put into a tempura battered and then deep fried. And then it's served on a great sauce. It's called one sauce, which is like aioli type of thing. Then they have clam chowder, and then they have ceviche, 2 different types of ceviche. One's a shark ceviche with a lemon, it's marinated in lemon, lime, and orange, and then it's seared a little bit. Then it's served with a basil vinaigrette. And then the other one is a tilapia ceviche, similar method of marinating. It's served in shells. I mean, it's amazing presentations. It looks like an ocean. It looks like a tide.
Yeah, it's like a tide pool. So just that's exactly what the tasting of the tides, because it's literally presented like a tide pool. And just something to highlight is this entire restaurant is gluten-free. They do make everything from scratch, including the black batter and their buns and their cookies. Everything is gluten-free. So there's no cross-contamination. And Chef Navidi, that's his passion, just to make sure that, you know, all his food is up to par and just quality.
And it's fresh, it's not frozen. They use the freshest ingredients. Either he grows it, he also has, it's called Future Foods Farm. He has aqua hydroponics. He grows his own tilapia, and most of the vegetables he does himself. If he doesn't, it's all localized. He has beautiful presentations and everything's edible. So yum yum, you're in for a real treat.
It's just beautiful.
Next came the poke, $15. A lot of people do it. He does his the best. I'm telling you, it's amazing. He starts out with cubed ahi tuna fresh, about 4 ounces. It comes with cherry tomatoes, shaved onions, and then a pineapple teriyaki sauce. He mixes it all together with it. Then it's tossed, and then it adds a kale slaw with a sesame ginger vinaigrette, and again it's tossed. It's plated on a black slate. It's got a little bit of basil, fresh nasturtiums, and then what do you call it? Basil flowers. And it's finished with sriracha and one sauce with avocado, chimichurri, and a salsa verde. I tell you, it's a gorgeous plate, but it's a delicious dish. I love the crunchiness.
Yeah, and then all the sauces, it's, you know, how you want to mix it. You know, want it a little spicier, you can dip it yourself in the sriracha.
Next came fish and chips, $18. This consisted of 3 tilapia, nice sized tilapia fillets, and it's battered and then deep fried. They make their own batter, of course. Then they serve the same kale slaw, seasoned with sesame ginger vinaigrette, and then a little salt and pepper and tossed. Then they have house cut fries. They make their own fries here, fresh potatoes, and they make their homemade, house-made, I guess you could call it, ketchup.
The batter is made with rice flour, but you can't really taste the difference. That's what's amazing about this restaurant. It's gluten-free, but you can't taste the difference in the flavor. And so it's still light and fluffy, and the tilapia is nice and juicy, really tender inside. The sauces are just, I think, so delicious here. Each one, you can taste the freshness because you make it from scratch here.
Exactly. And you know, with fried fish, usually it's cod. No, he's with tilapia. It's a firm fish and just so good, flaky, so real good. So then they have burgers. Now this isn't just any burger. This is called a bison roller, $15. He starts out with pastry. They cut it in half. He makes it all fresh here. Then they get a bison burger, and it's made with a truffle barbecue sauce is mixed in with it. It's pan seared, you know, nicely. It depends on how you want it. Have it medium rare. It's perfect. They put some cheese on top. It's all organic cheddar, and they stick it in the oven to kind of melt, give it crisp it up a little bit. They bring it out, put a toothpick in it, and voila.
Yeah, and the truffle barbecue sauce, once again, they make it here. The texture, and it's so light. You would think a slider usually is really dense and really heavy. This is very light, full of flavor, it's juicy, and it's almost like it melts in your mouth. And then, of course, on the side, you get the truffle dipping sauce.
Oh, talk about
and so with the fries with it, it's just so, I mean...
Decadent.
It is. It's almost like sinful.
I love truffles, and he does a great job with truffles, so good stuff here. Then comes the king of dishes. This is called the Surf and Turf, $48. Now this one, what's nice about the restaurant itself, you customize what you want. On this one, we picked scallops, a filet, billionaire bacon, veggies, and mashed potatoes. So those are the ingredients that we picked, so it comes out to about $48. What it starts off with is a potato puree. He lays it on a nice cedar plank, which they make themselves. Then what they do is they have a medley of cauliflower, mushrooms, radish, onions, broccoli. It really depends on what's fresh and everything. And it's a little seasoning, sesame ginger sauce over that. It's mixed together, laid on top of the potatoes. Then it's stuck in the oven. And what happens is it cooks a little bit, roasts it, but also the cedar taste comes out. Then what they do is they serve a grass-fed beef tenderloin. You can get a 4-ounce or 8-ounce, whatever you want. This was a 4-ounce we had. It's seasoned, pan-seared, and they stick it in, again, in the oven to cook a little bit. Then 1 or 2 large scallops, it depends on how big they are. And it's pan-seared. Then they take them both out. They put butter, and lots of butter, and they kind of baste the meat. So it's just basted over and over, and it caramelizes it. Then they stick it on top of the potatoes and the vegetables, and with the bacon and everything. And oh my! I mean, at $48, I thought, wow, that's a big, expensive dish. It's worth every penny.
It's the quality. If you go for quality in ingredients, then it's not quantity, you know.
Right.
So, like the meat, we actually used a butter knife, and it cut right through. It's not tenderized. It literally melts in your mouth. Same as the scallops. It's crispy on the outside, tender inside, juicy. You know, even the flowers on top. It's all edible.
The attention to detail. Again.
Yeah, it's just perfection.
For dessert, we had to get dessert. The s'mores for 2. This was $11. It's pretty neat. They get a little cauldron, they light it, then they make their own chocolate graham crackers. They give you 4 of those. Then they give you 6 marshmallows, large marshmallows, and a chocolate ganache next to it. And basically, you get the marshmallow, you stick it over the fire so it melts and everything, stick it in the sauce. Then what you do is you get one of the half of the graham cracker, stick it on it. You can get 2. You can go crazy on it, and you put the other half on top, and voila! There you have it, the perfect s'more. And
so if you really like chocolate, I would highly recommend just trying this just because it's so unique. It's like having a chocolate cookie with chocolate on it, and then you put burnt marshmallow on it.
And we forgot the ice cream.
Oh, I know. He makes
Homemade,
his own ice cream.
house-made burnt marshmallow ice cream. My taste buds were dancing all around. I mean, it's been crazy.
Yeah, it's like party in your mouth.
Well, let's go in the kitchen. You can join me and the chef, and we're going to do one of his flatbread creations, and I'm guaranteeing you, folks, you're going to love it. You can make it at home. Okay, what are we doing here? It looks like a flatbread.
Yes, so we're going to make you one of our signature flatbreads here. Oceans and Earth being a dedicated gluten-free restaurant, we have to make all of our breads in-house. So with our flatbread, we make kind of like a lavash dough here that we grill it off so we get some smokiness in there since we're going to be cooking it in a gas oven. So we're going to start off with some good mozzarella cheese here.
And of course, this is organic, right?
Yep. So we put the sauce on top.
Oh, really? Okay.
So what happens is you get when you put too much, when you put the sauce down on the crust, it makes the
slide off.
The crust soggy. Right. So now we're going to put on some of our Wagyu tri-tip here.
Oh wow. Okay. Now again, this is something you serve at the restaurant, but at home you can do anything you want.
And so then we get our mushrooms on here. So this is called our filet and fungus flatbread.
Filet and fungus.
Yep.
Okay.
So crumble those up a little bit, try and get some small pieces, some regular sized pieces. So we got that. We throw our caramelized onions on there then.
Oh wow. That's beautiful. Now this is one of your most popular items here, right?
Yeah, all the flatbreads are real popular. On Friday nights we do a flatbread Friday.
Uh-huh.
So we probably go through, 60 to 100 flatbreads or so on Friday night.
Okay, what's next?
All right, so that's going to go in the oven.
Okay. What temperature?
Well, we go in at 425. We do it for about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay. Get out of the way.
All righty. Booyah. Right in there.
And now the hard part, you got to wait.
Yes.
Oh, he leaves me. Look at that. Oh,
I gotta go wash my hands.
wash your hands. I know.
Yep.
Chef, I haven't eaten in about 10 minutes. I'm starving, so you don't want a food critic to be starving.
There you go. I
think it's done. I can smell it.
Oh, it smells good.
Can't hear it.
Beauty. Look at that baby. See, nice, crispy, crunchy. When you can pick a flatbread up like that, it's got some good crunch to it. You can hear it even. Watch, as we cut through this thing, you'll hear some nice little... Hear that crunch? I put the sauce on. Last minute.
Oh, look at that. This is great to share.
Beautiful, right on there. Right. This is our little truffle aioli right here.
Truffle aioli.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Those are our little balsamic, spear-fried balsamic that we put onto one or two of our flatbreads.
So it's balsamic, so it should have a tang to it and everything.
Yeah, have a nice little ting.
It's like caviar. Oh my goodness.
Bon appetit.
Chef, thank you so much for joining. Well, as they do on TV.
Yes, there it is.
Thank you so much for joining us. And let's take a piece here.
All right.
And a piece, that's good. Anyway,
nice and hot.
Happy eating.
Look at that crust. Beauty, huh? Not sagging at all. That's a flatbread for you.
Oh, wow. This is fantastic. What's so great, it's like a cracker. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Oh, can I eat all this? I'll tell Izzy it's terrible. We threw it away. This is really outstanding. Next, we're off to right down the block in Yorba Linda, a great restaurant for paninis and salads and all kinds of good stuff. That's Stefanos.
When you're in the mood for some unique and delicious paninis, exciting salads, tempting desserts, and wonderful dinners, Stefanos Golden Baked Ham in Yorba Linda is a real culinary find. This popular restaurant offers a variety of items that you can enjoy in their dining room, dine out on the patio, or take the food home. They have a small selection of Italian groceries, and their baked hams are legendary throughout Orange County.
Rather than just talk on and on about the restaurant, let's go to the owner and let him talk about it.
Hey Alan, welcome to Stefanos Golden Baked Hams in Yorba Linda. I'm Frank Stefano. Welcome to my family. My wife Colleen and I founded the company in 2003. Along with our children, you met Frankie and you met Alana. Now you need to note also we have another location in Laguna Hills. Frankie normally would be down there running that operation. One of the things that I really want to get across to our guests is first of all, we love our guests. You're not our customer, you're our guest. And when Colleen and I founded the company, we said, we want you to feel like you're coming into our house. Good old Italian family, come on in, sit down, relax. Love to see you. Lunchtime is busy, dinner time a little bit more relaxed. We always have a good time. We always have outstanding food, and we always say salute.
Okay, this is another one of your restaurants that you told me about that I was very impressed. This is the second time I've eaten here, but you've eaten here many other times before this.
Yeah, I used to come here because they're open Sundays, and I do takeout. And, you know, their desserts are phenomenal, and all their sandwiches, and all their food's phenomenal.
And everything's fresh. That's one thing I really enjoy is it's fresh, and there's passion, a lot of passion. Frankie, the chef, the owner, the son, is an amazing chef. He's taught by himself, basically self-taught, and the food's really, really good. Everything's got flavor. That's how I judge food. So let's just dive into it. This is exciting. So
yes.
Let's start with the warm gnocchi salad. This is $12.99. This consisted of a large bowl of mixed greens. Then we had grilled corn, grilled balsamic glazed chicken, gnocchi with pesto sauce, and shaved Parmesan over that. This kind of like was gnocchi on steroids. These things were large pillows of love, just potato, fluffy.
And I agree with you. This is not something I normally would order, but this is definitely tender, and the pesto is just right. It has good flavor, you know.
It's excellent. The chicken was moist and just a lot of flavor. So next we had in a sandwich. This is a meatloaf sandwich. This is $13.50. Wow, this is a large 8-ounce slice of homemade meatloaf, and it has barbecue sauce, seared bacon, and Havarti cheese. Then it's served on toasted, thick cut rye bread, and they add a house-made chipotle aioli, dill, pickle slices, and onions, fried onions. Wow, what a sandwich.
I normally do not order meatloaf.
You usually don't like meatloaf at all.
I don't, but I love the sandwich. If I had to pick something, I would say the meatloaf is a highlight for me here.
What do you like best about it?
It's all the different flavors, and you see the vegetables in it. You know, the crunchy onions has a lot of flavor. Even the bread tastes good. You know, it's just like the crunch and, you know, softness. It's all.
You were making love with it. You really liked it.
I was.
Next came the Bergini Panini, $12.99. First they start off with a ciabatta roll with a roasted garlic and jalapeno cream cheese. Oh my. Then they have basically house-made ground Kobe beef patty with cheddar cheese, bacon. Then they add avocado, tomato slices, red onion slices. Then they put the panini in a press to toast. It's about 1 or 2 minutes, that's it. And the result is fantastic. All the sandwiches, first of all, it's very filling. But again, flavors. That's what everything in this restaurant's about. This isn't your ordinary sandwich shop, especially panini. Some of them are just boring, plain, you know, just quick, get it out, everything. Not here, everything they take their time with.
The Bergini is like full of flavor. There's a good spicy kick to the very end of it. Gives you a little bit, you know, excitement in your mouth. But not so much where it's burning you. So, you know, for one like me, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. Speaking of spicy, the next one's got some heat to it. Next came the Tre Porcellini Panini, $12.99. This consisted of ham, carnitas, porchetta, and it's on ciabatta roll. And it has a pepperdew goat cheese that also comes with a peach and orange glaze they put in it. So you got some sweetness to it. And again, the ham, the carnitas, porchetta, the candied jalapenos, pickled onions, and they put it in the press to, you know, it gets panini-ized, I call it. And this to me I thought this was one of the best sandwiches I've ever had. Tons of flavor and textures, and oh my.
It's good. I mean, I don't normally order anything pork, as you know. It's full of flavor. I mean, there's just so much different layers of, you know, salty, there's got the sweetness, there's a little bit of spiciness.
There's a lot going on with the sandwich, but all the food, there's a lot going on. That's what I like about this place a lot. It's not your ordinary ho-hum type of sandwich place.
Yeah, like I said, you can see for yourself the paninis are just built up. Lots of meat, lots of, you know, ingredients in it.
And it's definitely filling.
Lots of love.
They also serve great dinners here, and in front of us we have a short rib dinner, and they have great desserts. Tiramisu, cannoli, they make a great bread pudding. I mean, everything here is made fresh, and this is a fun restaurant. It's not just feeding your face.
Yeah, I mean, the tiramisu is made with ladies' fingers, people. It's not the sponge cake. That's the real stuff. The cannoli is filled it's so good. I've had it before, and it's amazing. in bread pudding, how can you go wrong with
Good
this?
one, exactly.
I mean, look at this thing. It's massive.
The size of me. So.
I know.
Let's go in the kitchen and join me and Chef Frankie, and we're on a treat. This is an incredible dish that they make here. I've never seen it before. You're gonna love it. Why don't you tell the audience, what are you making?
So we're making porchetta, which is a type of pork roast.
Okay.
And we use 2 cuts of meat. So I've salted both the loin and the pork belly already.
Okay.
What I have, and so first thing I'm gonna do is season the loin.
Okay.
All right, and so this is some rendered pork fat.
Okay.
And so
That's good.
I always start with that, and I kind of rub it just a little
Is
bit.
that for flavor, or is that to keep the spices on?
A little bit of both.
What kind of seasoning is that?
This is some cumin, some coriander, some fennel, some clove,
Peppercorns?
a little bit of pepper,
Okay.
and
So a nice layer. It's kind of like a rub, basically.
yeah, it's my rub.
Kind of rub it with love.
Rub it with love. And I like to I'll season this overnight also. What I'm gonna do now is put a bed of this garlic and herbs. This is basil, rosemary, and garlic.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, lots of flavors.
The next thing is whole orange peels.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So now we're going to truss the porchetta. And this can sometimes be
That's the
tricky.
hard, tricky part, yeah.
Yeah, this can kind of be tricky sometimes.
I've done that with other types of meats. And so you want to wrap it up so it doesn't unravel when you're baking it.
Yeah.
Now, how long do you bake it for?
375 for 3 hours.
That's it? 3 hours? Wow.
Yep.
It's a lot of work. Instead of showing all of them, so you put about 3 or 4 on so it's nice and snug, right?
Yeah.
Now you put it in the oven, you set it at 375 for
Yeah, 375 for 3 hours.
Okay, well let's bring it in the oven. Well, it's about ready now. Through Magic TV, we already have one already prepared here, so why don't you bring it on here?
Yeah.
And this is really impressive, folks. This is just, wow. And I did, when you weren't looking, I went, touched it, and it very, very crispy skin. That's what really impressed me, and it just looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
So,
it always comes out beautiful out of the oven, you know.
oh man, listen to that crunch, the crackling. Oh. Look how oh my goodness, look how beautiful that looks.
So this came out of the oven a little while ago, so it's still resting, but you can see it really kind of.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, the juices, my God.
I slice it on the slicing machine.
Okay, go ahead then.
And we slice it pretty thin, you can see.
Oh yeah.
But I like to throw it on the flat top just for a second. Just
Okay.
kind of put a little char on it first.
Okay.
And then put it on a sandwich, or put it on a salad, or put it on the entree.
And then you put the cracklings over that?
Yeah, and kind of like, you know, I sometimes will just mix it on there before warming it up.
Look at that. Oh, the oranges. The cracklings are amazing. You talk about crunchy, my goodness. Okay, folks, listen to this. My dentist is gonna like this when I break my teeth. No, the crunchiness of it. This is better than anything I've had. This is delicious. So, Frankie, thank you so much. And
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
just continued success and keep that mind going because you're onto something. You can do some good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
Everything about this restaurant is wonderful. The service, the employees are very nice. These are 2 great restaurants in Yorba Linda. It's not too far. I consider it part of the Inland Empire, although it's not. It's really not that far. It's worth coming to. That's what this show's about, bringing you restaurants that are worth going to. You're going to like it. So until next time, food critic Allan Borgen.
And Izzy Bessie.
Happy eating, everybody.
Happy eating.
My name is Allan Borgen. I'm a food critic, and I'm a play.
You don't know who you are.
Don't try this at home. We're professionals. Okay, one more time.
I'm growing a menu. Yeah, aioli sauce to it.
Kind of dip it in there. Yeah.
God, I gotta do this again. Why am I getting stuck? Okay.
Take it. Alvin, flatbread to heaven.
What makes you happy right there?
I'm happy. I'm choking to death too. Oh. Woohoo! What's
All
that?
right.
Wow, tender. Oops, sorry. Tender.
Let's Dine Out California is made possible in part by Tobias Maynard DDS in Redlands, specializing in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. Tobias Maynard, DDS in Redlands. PearlyWhitesDDS.com. California Premier Builders LLC, serving Southern California with large and small home and commercial construction services such as remodels, roofing, windows, and solar. California Premier Builders proudly supports Empire PBS and the Let's Dine Out California show.